Well, as you know, it is that time of the year again where all the albums that have come out are compiled into a list of some sort, and I thought today I would go over my top 10 most favorite albums of 2020. We've got metal stuff, we got rock stuff, we got other stuff too. And so first I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions. So we're going to start off with The Slow Decay by the Acacia. I hope I'm saying that right. The Acacia Strain, Spectres from the Old World, Dark Fortress, Spirituality and Distortion-Igorrr, Moment, Dark Tranquility, Solitude In Madness-Vader, The Ocean, Phanerozoic 2, Mesozoic, Cenozoic, Chups-Don't say cheese, and then we've got Pathway, Veil of Sorrow EP, the Mork-Pesta EP, and lastly, but definitely not least, Obsidian-Paradise Lost. So, as you can tell, these are all amazing choices. So, what could possibly be better than any of these honorable mentions? And I will tell you right now. So, starting at number 10, we have Sign of the Devil by Dopelord, stoner doom metal band. They put out The Witching Hour Bell and Hail Satan, two of my most favorite songs that have come out this year on this album. And if you're looking for a heavy yet pretty nice stoner doom metal album to listen to, this is it. The vocals are awesome. They're not very deep, they're kind of high, but I like it anyway. Anyway, so we're going to go to number 9, Puritan Masochism-Konvent. German doom death band, their debut album, all-female band, and they are sick, man. Lots of good stuff on here, like Trust and Waste probably being my favorites off of this thing. And if you haven't heard it, you definitely should. We're going to move on to, Chaosophy. I want to say Chaosophy by Automb. I believe they're from Philadelphia. Kind of a blackened death metal band. Anyway, they put out their second album this year. Really awesome. Lots of good songs. Like the title track is good. I want to say it's Transmigration Omega is another one. Those two are probably my favorite tracks off of the thing. Yeah, awesome album, awesome band. Definitely check them out. We have Under a Godless Veil by Draconian. This is the first album I've heard by these guys. And man, it is super cool. I love the gothic death metal thing. A little bit more towards the goth side of things, but I don't think that hurts it even at all. If anything, it makes it really good. If you're going through a crappy day and you want to look out the window while it rains and you cry a little, this album is for you. And man, is it good. Number 6, Grandpa Metal by Posehn. Comedian Brian Posehn put out an album with Scott Ian on rhythm guitar, Brendan Small on lead guitar, and I'm so sorry, but I cannot remember who else is involved in the project, but those two names really stuck out to me. Yeah, this album is hilarious. It's funny. Production is a little shoddy, but overall, I really liked it. They have guest musicians like Gary Holt and Jill Janis, may she rest in peace, among many, many others. So if you get a chance, listen to this thing, man, because it is awesome. Number 5, we're going to take a step away from metal and do Nectar by Joji. If you saw my review on this, I said I really enjoyed this album. It's sadder than the last one. It's got better songwriting than the last one. It is more enjoyable than the first album. And it is just overall it's got a lot of atmosphere to it. It's got a lot of passion. It's got a lot of emotion. And I enjoy listening to it. And I can personally relate to it, as I'm sure most, if not everyone, can. So yeah, really enjoy that one. Then we go on to Shore by the Fleet Foxes at number 4. One of my favorites by these guys. Yeah, really like this album. The last 5 tracks are a little but it's not horrible by any stretch of the term. Excellent, excellent album. Just listened to it again last night after a little bit, and man, I forgot how good it is. So Fleet Foxes, check that one out for sure. And then we got number 3. A lot of people haven't talked about this album as far as I know, but we have When the Cold Truth Has Worn Its Miserable Welcome Out by N. Minor. Philip H. Anselmo from Pantera's gothic, southern, bluesy, rock, metal, not really metal, but thing. And man, it is sad. It is fun to listen to. It's definitely got that New Orleans twang to it. Really good songwriting on it too. Mausoleums is good. The opener, The Dead Can't Dance, probably being my favorite. And the single off the album, On the Floor. all really enjoyable. Philip's voice is deep, it's growly, but it's not intense. But it's got a lot of emotion into it, and I find it very enjoyable. And we move on to number 2. This one was tough, but I had to pick Forgotten Days by Pallbearer. And I absolutely love this album. The title track is amazing. Quicksand of Existence is awesome. Riverbed. Vengeance and Ruination being probably my favorite off the project. And yeah, overall, amazing album. Super dingy, super dirty, super grimy, and of course, very doomy. And I loved it. Super good. So that brings us to numero uno. This one's probably going to cause some controversy, but I decided to put I Disagree by Poppy on there. Now, a lot of people suddenly grabbed onto her after the release of this album because it's kind of a hybrid between metal and pop, but I have been a fan of Poppy since her second album, Am I a Girl, came out, which is mostly pop, and then 2 tracks at the end would be considered heavy. So overall, I really enjoy Poppy as an artist, and she has been putting out a lot of projects this year, including a Christmas EP, an expanded edition of this album, a comic book, and probably much more that I forgot to mention. But this first album in particular that she put out this year, I have really enjoyed. It's got Feel the Crown on there, the title track, Concrete, Anything Like Me, and much more. And the whole album I find really enjoyable. Not only is it a standout album for Poppy as an artist, but I think it's a standout album with originality, good songwriting, excellent performances, and the overall intensity and vibe of it I find very attractive, very cool, and very different from anything I have ever heard before. And that's why I have to put it at number 1. It is just such a cool album to listen to, and I really enjoy it. So if you have not got a chance to listen to any of these albums, I would highly recommend that you do. I enjoyed them immensely. As long as my honorable mentions, I will put all of it down in my description box, and I highly recommend you listen to these guys, especially some of the smaller bands like Automb, Mr. Chups, so on and so forth. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my list. I would love to hear your top 10 albums of this year. And did I miss something that I should hear? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Stay heavy, stay safe, and of course, have a good one. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye.